Good morning. Welcome to Cucina Kouzina. This is our 12th episode, and today we're preparing meatballs, which is found in both Greek and Italian cuisine. So what we're going to do, we can either serve the meatballs as appetizers or as a main dish with spaghetti and your favorite sauce. The Greeks call their appetizer platters meze. So usually the meatballs are coupled with stuffed mushrooms, feta cheese, lukaniko, which is a Greek sausage. It's similar to, it's a Greek version of a charcuterie board. And also the Italian antipasto platters, which have the various cured meats, hot peppers, and other delights. So what we're doing today, we have, with this recipe, we have in here in this bowl is 1 pound of ground beef or bison. I happen to be using bison today. 2 hot sausages, casings removed, and 6 cloves of garlic minced, a medium onion finely chopped, 1/2 cup panko breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon basil, 1 tablespoon cinnamon, 4 ounces tomato paste, about 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, 1 beaten egg, a real egg, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried mint, and 1 ounce of red wine. So depending on the type of sausage you use, you can scale back those spices or eliminate them. It depends on your taste. So what I've done, I did this. I've also put them, I put the mixture in the refrigerator overnight and then took it out, let it get to room temperature because the flavors meld in the refrigerator overnight. So now it's at room temperature and we're going to roll the meatballs. So we're going to use some organic olive oil spray. And a cookie sheet. And I've preheated the oven to 375 degrees. So you're going to roll these. No, don't need to do that right now. So just mix it up. All that, you can smell the goodness. So you're going to roll them, and then when you put them in the oven, you're going to bake them for 20 minutes and turn them at the 10-minute interval. You want them to be golden brown, and then when you take them out, you're going to let them sit for about 5 minutes and then serve them. So today, because we made the stuffed mushrooms, we're going to put these meatballs on the. We're going to put these it's ready. It's preheated. You're going to put these meatballs on your little meze platter. So we're going to use these as appetizers today. So I'm actually going to make half this mixture, bake the half of the mixture, and then we have a variation, which once we put these in the oven, we're going to fry them, which is a different variation. Or again, if you want to make some nice spaghetti and your favorite sauce, and you can have spaghetti and meatballs with this particular recipe. I saw recently something online, a quote from Jose Andre, who's a founder of the World Central Kitchen. He feeds people all around the world responding to disasters. And he said the recipe, the ingredients are notes, the recipe is a song, and the meal is a symphony, which I thought that was a very nice little quote. And the other thing that he says is, you can't do anything better than feed somebody that's hungry. And in a couple of months, we're going to be celebrating Easter. And maybe everybody should look at maybe donating to a food pantry or a food bank in celebration of the season. Because as you know, and this is another quote, and this is from Jesus, is what you do for the least of these, you also do for me. So I think when we're cooking for our families, think about those who are less fortunate and try to do the best you can for them as well. So we're almost done with this part, and we're going to put these in the oven and let them bake. Oh, they smell so good. The garlic is wonderful. And again, you want to use as many organic ingredients as you can. I know grocery prices are a little high now, but do the best you can, because the organic ingredients have less pesticides. It's just a healthier version of whatever you're cooking, whether it's vegetables or fruits or meats, fish. We like to get fresh fish directly off the boat. I go to Walden Farms to get our meat. So they also support the farms in the area, from New York, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire. Same thing with the seafood. These are all local fishermen. And they even identify on the package the fishermen in the boat when you're doing that, when you're cooking fish. Okay, so we are done. We're going to put the meatballs in the oven, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the other variation to where we're frying the actual meatballs. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. We're taking this out and we're going to turn them and put them back in the oven. Ooh. So we're going to turn them. They're a little nice and brown. Let me get another fork. So we're going to put them back in the oven for 10 minutes and let them brown on the other side. And see, this is why you want to spray the cookie sheet or whatever pan you use so it doesn't stick. And there we go. We're going to put them back in the oven for another 10 minutes. So now we have another variation of this. Spray the pan again with some extra virgin olive oil. Let that heat up a little bit and wait for it to heat up before you put the meatballs in. So what we're going to do is roll these as well, but because we're frying them, we're going to roll them in a little bit of flour. And it makes it nice and crispy and crunchy. So we're just doing a few of these because we have the baked ones in the oven. So they should be ready in another 10 minutes. Now you hear that sizzle. That's what you want. Now, for appetizers, I have a heavy hand, like my grandmother. So I make my meatballs a little bit bigger than other people. Usually with the appetizers, you want to make them small, but, It depends. It depends on what you're doing or what you're going to be serving. Have one more. Don't crowd the pan. And I'm going to wash my hands and put this away, and then we're going to finish the frying. So see how it gets a little crispy on the bottom? So you're going to turn them over so you can cook them on all sides. Spray a little bit more olive oil. One of the variations of this recipe is to add a little bit of vermouth while you're frying. I've never tried that, but if you want to and see what that tastes like, you are welcome to do that. Just be careful if you're using a gas stove. Pour the vermouth away from the flame because that could flame up at you. This is electric cooktop, so you won't have, I don't think you'll have that problem. But safety first. Okay, so now I'm turning them on the side. You want to cook them all the way through. Seems like one side of this burner is cooking faster than the other one. Now, once you take these off the heat, both the frying and the baked meatballs, just let them sit on the counter. You know, don't use some type of board or oven-proof plate or whatever. Let them sit for about 5 minutes before you're serving them. Now, if you're making spaghetti and meatballs, you can put those, usually what I do is I make the sauce, and then as soon as the meatballs are cooked, I put them in the sauce and let them just meld those flavors together with the sauce. So I make the sauce first. If I'm making my own homemade sauce. If I'm using a jarred variety, then you don't have to do that. Okay, it looks like these are almost done. Nice brown and crispy. Okay. So the frying is a little faster. So we'll wait for those in the oven and we'll plate and come back. Okay, so we've taken them out of the oven and we're gonna plate them. We just plated those that we fried. And I put a little glass with some of the fancy cocktail toothpicks so that people can pick them up and eat them. And if you put them on another, a platter with other appetizers, mushrooms, feta cheese, maybe some lucañico, which is the sausage. You can put maybe, if you want, if you have some pita bread, cut them into quarters and serve it with tzatziki sauce or scorodolya, which I'll probably make at some point. and show you how to make that. That's a garlic spread, and it's very, very simple to make, and you can use it with anything. So there you have it. You have the meatballs for appetizers, or if you want to use it for a meal, which is spaghetti sauce and spaghetti, or whatever pasta that you like. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to future episodes of Cucina Kouzina. Kalioriksi.